Please adhere to YouTube select guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today I'm going to be buying alcohol from a 7-Eleven in Tokyo, Japan, which as a whole I'm looking forward to doing much more so than not, because I want some alcohol. But to get some alcohol, I need to first buy it. And so as such, well, I'm heading to a 7-Eleven to do just that. There's one right over there. If I am remembering correctly, I believe I passed it just a little bit ago. So I'm gonna walk inside, grab myself, I think, a strong 0.9% small can, and maybe a little bit of a snack as well if I'm feeling like it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and walk outside, crack it open, and get to enjoying my strong zero at 12:49 in the afternoon. Looking forward to having a drink, looking forward to buying some strong zero, some alcohol from a 7-Eleven in Japan. And well, now that I've gotten to the 7-Eleven, I'm thinking it's time for me to go ahead and walk inside, and I'm thinking it's time for me to go ahead and get some alcohol. So let's go ahead and do just that. There's no onigiri I want, so I'm not getting any of that. But I will still get myself a bev, of course. Got some jerseys on. Got some unique decorations for this 7-Eleven. Here is the alcohol selection. Got some wine up top. Got some, I think this is soju. Some sake, of course. Some more sake. Some onikuroshi down there, along with some big boxes. And some more hard liquor. Whatnot, I will acknowledge. Let's go ahead and grab my strong zero though. We got the highballs over here, got the strong zero rip-offs over there, and there's the strong zero I want. Let's go and grab it. Got some other beer over here. I think I've got everything I want though. Got my drink, so let's go ahead and pay. And let's go ahead and walk outside. Konnichiwa. Thank you. And there we go, y'all. Grabbed my alcohol. No complaints on my behalf. I think I'm gonna go find a place to sit down, and I think I'm gonna go crack it open. First off, though, I need to put my sunglasses on, as it is very, very, very bright today, I will acknowledge. But got my alcohol, got my sunglasses on. I'm all ready to have a drink in central Tokyo at nearly 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So let's see if I can do just that. Where do I want to sit down? There's some interesting looking cars over there. There's a police car over there. Thankfully, don't got to worry about public drinking being illegal here, because it's not, except in some select areas in, like, I think Shibuya, I think it's illegal. At some specific times of day, I can't remember. But in this area, from what I know, I'm all good to have a beer no matter what time it is. And so as such, I will do exactly that. I think I'm gonna sit down right over here, I'm thinking. Right next to this bicycle. And we can see there's a little bit of a smoking area as well. How convenient. Was this planned? Maybe. I might have already known where I wanted to sit down. Maybe. But let's go ahead and grab my strong zero and crack it open and get to drinking my strong zero at just about, what time is it now? It is 12:53 p.m. Let's get to drinking, y'all. Cheers. And man, oh man, I gotta admit, on a warm day like today, that is very refreshing. That lemon, sort of bitter sour taste with the cold liquid, it's definitely a lot more refreshing than not on a day like today. No complaints on my behalf, let me tell y'all what. Very smooth as well. It is 9%, but honestly, I don't really taste too much alcohol. There's definitely a little bit of an alcohol flavor in there, but not a terrible amount by any means. Can't complain, you know what I'm saying? Can't complain. It is currently, let me actually check my phone. I want to see what the temperature is right now. I'm very glad I'm wearing a hat, let me tell y'all what, because if I wasn't wearing a hat, the top of my head would be burning. But what is the current temperature? I'm just curious to know. What does it say on my phone? It says, so apparently we're currently in specifically Taito in Tokyo. So I think that's a neighborhood in Tokyo. And it is currently 88 degrees. The high today is 88. It's actually lower than I thought it was. I thought it was like 90, 92 degrees, something like that. But it's actually a little bit lower of a temperature than I thought it was going to be. Excuse me. But I certainly cannot complain either way. It is warm, but it's not overwhelmingly warm by any means. A lot of people talk about the weather in Japan during the summer, and they say it's the worst season to visit in because it's so hot, it's so humid, it's crazy. And don't get me wrong, it is kind of the beginning of summer right now. It is currently June 21st, 2025, so it very much is the beginning of summer. It's not July or August quite yet, but like in my local area, the summer heat really starts kicking in like July, August, and it's like 100-degree weather with 100% humidity. Like, that's what I'm used to. This is not nearly as bad as that. Like, yes, it's humid. Yes, it is absolutely hot. But I ain't a European. I can deal with this. North Carolina weather. I'm from North Carolina. North Carolina weather, when compared to Tokyo weather at least, really is not all that different. The winters on average are pretty close in temperature, and so are the summers, I will acknowledge. I want to say Tokyo might get a little bit more rain, but that's about it. Now, of course, if you go to Osaka or Kyoto, might be a different story, might not be as similar to the weather of North Carolina, especially as you go even further south than that, like let's say Fukuoka or especially Okinawa. And if you go up north to Hokkaido with Sapporo and everything like that, it's definitely going to be a little bit more chilly than what I'm used to. It's more like a New York City type of latitude, I want to say. So that's definitely going to be a bit more cold, but I kept hearing a bunch of people talk about how bad the summers are in Japan. Super hot, super humid, and absolutely is hot. It absolutely is humid. I'm not going to deny that. But it's nothing I can't deal with. I'm happy to say, being born and raised in North Carolina got me prepared. The last over 20 years living in North Carolina have prepared me for this summer in Tokyo. Really, I think the biggest difference between, like, let's say North Carolina and Tokyo with how it comes to dealing with the heat is just the fact that if you're in Tokyo, you're probably not going to be driving like too much. You're probably going to be taking the train everywhere, which means you're going to be walking a decent amount, like train to train and place to place, especially if you're a tourist. And so as such, you're just walking significantly more than you would in the United States. Because of course, in North Carolina, in the United States, you're going to be driving everywhere. You're going to be driving to Walmart, driving to the park, driving to wherever you need to go in probably an air-conditioned car, unless you're me and you don't have an air-conditioned car. So, yeah, I think that's really the biggest difference, honestly. Like, if you're from the Southeast United States and you're used to walking in the heat, I really don't think the summer in Tokyo is going to mess you up all that much. But if you never go out in the summer, it will mess you up, I will acknowledge. If all you're used to is AC, this is certainly not AC, and so you're going to get messed up. But it ain't so bad as somebody who enjoys day drinking in public parks in the summer. And it ain't so bad as somebody who also does not have an air-conditioned car. Especially with the pretty decent breeze that there usually is in Tokyo, just because of the high buildings. Like, we can see, like, that's a big building, that's a smaller building, that's a pretty big building. I mean, like, I'm surrounded by pretty big buildings, as we can see. And so there's a breeze going through them and everything like that kind of thing. I mean, like, that sort of breeze doesn't really happen in my local area back home. And so as such, I would honestly say that it actually kind of low-key feels better right now due to that breeze, just because I'm not used to having a breeze. I'm used to like pretty still weather during the summer. Man, oh man, no complaints though, none at all. Having my bev in Japan after having gotten it from 7-Eleven. Can't complain, can't complain. Just chilling. I gotta grab myself a thumbnail though. I almost forgot to grab myself a thumbnail. I think I'm gonna walk back over to 7-Eleven after I'm done with my drink, and I'm gonna grab a thumbnail in front of the 7-Eleven with my phone, more than likely. It's only like a minute or two walk, so I'm not stressing. I think after I have this drink, I am gonna go over to a like cooking and like restaurant supply street, which has a bunch of really cool places to visit in my personal opinion. They've got like one really big shop called like, I think it's Nimi Cooking or something like that kind of thing. But I want to stop by there, see if I can find myself some like tongs or something like that kind of thing, just some cooking oriented item to bring back as either a souvenir or some sort of gift for a family member, and just looking for some other stuff as well. I will acknowledge, the main thing I'm looking for is something that I don't know if I want to buy right now. Because what I'm looking for is one of the ashtrays that you can see outside of restaurants in Japan. If I remember, I'll go ahead and put a photo of one on screen right now, but I want one of those. You can order one on Japanese Amazon, but I kind of want to try to find one for sale, like offline, and then bring it back with me. I don't know if I'm going to be buying one today because it's really big, and I'm going to be back in Tokyo for another month, in like a month, but I want to go find a shop that sells them so I can at least know where to go when I want to buy one next month. That's what I'm thinking at least. Almost done with my Strong Zero though. I think after my Strong Zero, I'm going to go into the smoking room, have myself a little bit of smoke, and I think after that, I'm going to go grab myself a thumbnail with my Strong Zero in front of the 7-Eleven, maybe grab myself a Pocari Sweat as well to stay hydrated, and that's a nice ride. That's a sweet car. I like that a lot. What is that, a Nissan Gloria? Or is that a Toyota? I can't tell. I've got no idea what that is. That was sick though. That's super nice. I don't know what that thing is. That's sweet though. I like that car a lot, I will acknowledge. I am a fan of like 1980s wagons, and that's exactly what that is. That's so nice. But what was I about to say? I was about to say something and I can't remember what. Oh yeah, but I think I'm gonna go to the smoking room, have a smoke, grab myself a thumbnail with this Strong Zero in front of 7-Eleven, because I gotta grab a thumbnail for the video, and grab myself a Pocari Sweat probably. And then after that, I'm thinking probably gonna go ahead and walk over to Kitchen Street and see if I can find me a souvenir and an ashtray. A big ashtray, a restaurant ashtray. That's my plan at least. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day, let me tell y'all what. Almost done with my drink though. I think I only have one more sip left. So I'm gonna take that sip in just a moment. And there we go, y'all. My drink is complete. No complaints on my behalf. Very enjoyable beverage to have at now 1:04 in the afternoon in Japan. No complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. I think that's just about all I had to say for today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video. I think I accomplished my goal. I did indeed buy some alcohol from a 7-Eleven in Japan, in Tokyo, and then drink it. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching today's video. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. Check out everything in the description down below. And make sure to also stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?